Hello and welcome to the WBPodcast. First episode. We really don't have any. Well, not really. I don't know if podcasts have a structure. Just
sometimes
any kind of topic. We're just kind of gonna go random on this one.
We're gonna wing it, as it were.
Yeah. Just go. We'll talk about whatever just comes to mind. It's not sponsored by anybody. Probably Warbear, if you want to call it that. Yeah,
it's sponsored by our day jobs.
Yeah. So what's going on with you, Ted?
Absolutely nothing.
We just got done doing some recording of the Pokemon Let's Badly Play.
Yeah.
A show that has never really taken off. Is not popular with anybody, but we keep trying. Because, that's all you can really do in life is just try, and
Wait,
fail.
Let's Badly Play or like the Pokemon thing?
Well, Let's Badly Play.
Actually, some people really enjoyed your Mario ones, but if you try to do more Mario shit, Nintendo's gonna get fucking pissed off at you.
Yeah, I was gonna move over to Sega because at least they're just a game developer.
I'd watch you play Sonic for like 6 hours.
I did do a Sonic one, and I got rid of it. I don't know if it's got rid of it or still on there or not.
Yeah, dude, do Sonic, man.
I thought about doing it over again.
You can do Sonic. You can do Earthworm Jim.
Well, the reason I got rid of it is because I was playing and I wasn't talking as much. When I would listen back, I was like, now I'm playing Sonic. Doop.
I jumped here.
And then 20 minutes later, I'm like, so I'm jumping now.
Seriously?
God damn it.
That'd be hilarious.
I got really serious when it came to Sonic for some reason, so I gotta redo it.
Sonic is your game, I guess. Like Mario.
Yeah, it was. I played Sonic, and that was the thing. I kind of wanted to avoid Sonic because Mario I didn't play growing up, and I stayed that over and over again in the Mario one. I didn't play Mario, so I knew I was gonna be bad at it because every time I play Mario, I either do like a really awesome lucky beginner's run, or I fail horribly. And luckily, I failed horribly because that was kind of like the theme of the show.
I don't want to interrupt you.
No, go ahead.
But I was watching a video on YouTube. It was like a Did You Know Gaming thing on Sonic.
Uh-huh.
And Sonic was actually they took the concept of the first level of Super Mario, where you have to you can just run right through it. They took the concept for Sonic from that, where you just run through the thing as fast as you can.
Run through the thing as fast as you can.
It's like, oh, that's cool. So Mario essentially created.
Mario created a lot of things.
Yeah.
And I'll even give a shout out to Did You Know Gaming because you should go check them out.
They're really good.
Lots of fun facts and stuff you might not know, maybe you did know. Refresh your memory.
They get some cool YouTubers on there.
Yeah.
Like Ego Raptor did one, and
John Tron.
Yeah, he did one.
The guy Peter Butter Gamer. Continue. They're all in the same phone. So go check them out. Even though they're not plugging us, we'll plug them. Why not?
Always plug things you like.
Yeah, plug things you like.
If you plug things you don't, you end up with a kid that...
this would be a very boring video. I don't know what that would be. Things you hate. I don't even remember things I hate on YouTube. I get through them so quick.
Yeah. I just don't watch things I hate. That's why I don't go see Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Just saying.
Yeah. I'm not going to see that either. That's completely banned.
Actually.
27% on Rotten Tomatoes.
No way. Is it really?
You can look it up right now. I'm not even joking.
I still kind of want to see it.
Oh, 27... Or 20%.
Rotten Tomatoes. What do we got on here?
You know what's really funny, though? I watch Rooster Teeth podcast religiously.
It's actually down to 19%.
It dropped a point since I saw it. It's not good. It's not a good movie. But okay, well, I watched the Rooster Teeth podcast religiously. I'm in love with Rooster Teeth.
They're hilarious, dude.
They are. Ruby, really good show. I honestly, anybody who likes anime, who thinks that Americans can't make anime, go watch Ruby. You'll be really wrong. Or Red vs. Blue, which is their most famous. Everybody knows them for Red vs. Blue. They got YouTube channel, lots of fun stuff, awesome company, awesome people, funny all the way around. One of the guys on there on his podcast was saying that he was checking his email, and they call their podcast RT Podcast, Rooster Teeth Podcast, and he was saying he kept getting a pop-up for the RT Podcast, and he thought it was something for him, so he's ignoring it, and then he was like, what is this? And he looked it up. Rotten Tomatoes is doing a podcast now, and they're calling their podcast the RT Podcast.
Oh.
You guys can't do that. Rooster Teeth's been doing the podcast longer than you. You got to call your shit something else.
How would they How would they do that? Like,
they're just abbreviating it.
Oh.
The Rooster Teeth Podcast, RT. Rotten Tomatoes, RT. Same thing. Yeah.
Do you think like Rotten Tomatoes and them could like go to court over like?
They can't. Even if they did, they would lose because Rooster Teeth's been doing it longer, and they're a big enough company now where they're not scared of a lawsuit. They'll take them to court too. And the Rotten Tomatoes podcast just started up, so I don't know. I'm not saying that Rotten Tomatoes is trying to steal RT from the Rooster Teeth podcast logo. I'm just saying that
it's happened.
It's already, you guys aren't going to get anywhere when you say RT podcast because Rooster Teeth's got a following. I mean, they just had their own personal Comic-Con that was like over 1 billion people.
Really?
In Texas.
I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, tickets for that thing. Oh, you can't. It's hard to get. It's ridiculous. And all it is just panels of those guys just talking.
Did you try and get tickets?
To go to Texas? I ain't been to any damn Comic-Con or any con.
I might be going out to San Diego next year for a vacation. I think I'm going to try and work it out so I can go to Comic-Con next year.
Good luck getting a ticket. I always thought that was the goal for the show. To go. Or the War Bear thing to get a panel. But
that'd be sweet. Eventually, maybe one day.
Hopefully. I think that's the hope for any person on YouTube is to get some kind of...
Or anyone really in
entertainment, yeah. Is to get, yeah.
Like you make it at Comic-Con. Mm-hmm. You make it because Sundance isn't really much of a big deal anymore.
I guess we could talk about a little bit what's going on with War Bear right now. We are completely lazy.
Yeah.
And we have, unfortunately, not even personal life, because my personal life sucks, and I'd rather be doing stuff like this all the time, but... It don't pay the bills. I have to work.
I just got off working like 60-hour work weeks for 3 weeks in a row, and then I had kind of mini vacations and a bunch of kid things I had to deal with.
Yeah.
Well, I'm still trying to do this stuff, but when you get home after working 12-hour days,
this is really hard to get to.
It's hard. No matter how much you want to invest in it,
right?
You just can't take the time. I'm still working on those Comic-Con videos. We were doing.
I believe it.
And they're so easy to put together. It's just I have to have
time to do it.
And it's at night I have the time to do it.
Well,
you just don't have.
I honestly wouldn't. I'd rather you do it on your own time because when it's forced like that, there's no artistic ability put into it, and even editing has some artistic merit to it.
Thank you.
So I would, honestly, don't force it if you can,
Well, I'm not sure. It's just something I want to get out there.
Right. Oh, no,
but
I
at
understand.
the same time, when I go to do it, and you're just you're so exhausted in the day, and you need to have some sort of sleep and REM cycle.
Yeah.
You can't do it. There's a while where I was putting them together, and as they were render out, I'd take an hour and a half nap. So I like to render things in HD, and it's an hour to 2 hours to render it out.
So there's that. I mean, we got a lot of stuff on our plate we want to do.
Well, yeah. I'm writing episodes for the Adventures of Captain Cowboy still.
Right. I remember that.
Eventually we will start filming that. That is a goal of mine sometime within the next year to have at least 2 or 3 episodes of that.
Me and another member of the War Bear thing who doesn't want to be on film or mentioned, we're working on a vacuum former so we can make better costumes for stuff, and even we're thinking about selling some prop replicas, some really cool ones. So that will be something that will be coming up hopefully here by the end of the year, and that all that. I mean, when we start putting stuff up, we're gonna have videos commercializing it, and then we're gonna have the eBay page, I think, right too,
yeah.
And that all that money, if you buy stuff like that, that's going right back into the film production, stuff like that. So don't feel like you're just making us buy a Porsche. Someday you probably will be, but I don't really want a Porsche. But I'm saying someday that will maybe. But right now, all that money gets recycled back into the film stuff. So I mean, literally, we have a lot of good ideas and stuff. I wouldn't really want to give away because I don't want somebody to steal the idea, and two, I kind of want to surprise everybody. But we got a lot of stuff we got planned.
We just have to be able to get to it.
Yeah,
that's the thing.
And it really comes down to money, and it really sucks.
Money and time. If we had a sponsor who wanted to
oh yeah.
Just if we had 3 months where someone just wanted to back us for 3 months, I guarantee you we would.
What would you put a budget on that? Like, how much would they have to sponsor?
I would, assuming they're having to pay for our rent and our bills and shit, like having to compensate for that.
Right.
$30,000.
30 grand.
30 grand.
That's not even that bad.
No, it's not. Well, you gotta assume like my rent's like not super cheap. I don't know what yours is. Assuming like half of that is just paying for rent. Mm-hmm. We'd probably have about maybe 10 to 12 grand to work on a project.
If you guys want to comment below, if you think a Kickstarter or what's the other one where you just pay?
Oh my god, what is it? Like I know Indiegogo.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of.
Indiegogo, Kickstarter,
something like that. If you think that's a good idea for us, because we've been thinking about it, but we don't think we have enough content out there to start begging for money.
Yeah. I know, if we can put our PayPal thing up there, and if you guys want, you can donate money to us.
Yeah, there you go.
But I'm not sure how to
description below, maybe somehow.
Maybe if I can figure out.
Maybe
how it works.
We can't. We have the trailer review show, and again, people, it's a trailer review show. The whole point of the trailer review show, I think it was like Spotlight.
Yeah.
We review trailers. We're not reviewing the movie. We're reviewing the trailer. That was the whole purpose of that show. And we haven't done one in a while because there hasn't really been a lot of interesting trailers, and we don't really want to get through the boring ones that don't really interest us. But man, when we hit one that don't interest us, we hear it to the end of the day.
Yeah.
And that was the Maleficent one. My God. We have gotten so much feedback about the Maleficent trailer.
And how dare we not enjoy it?
Yeah.
Or not want to see it.
Okay. We don't think that trailer interests us. And I mentioned this to Thaddeus over here. He doesn't like the story of Snow White. Doesn't really interest him at all. Probably Sleeping Beauty too.
Yeah, they're both kind of boring to me.
Right. But he really wanted to go see Snow White and the Huntsman. Why? Because the trailer got his attention.
To be fair, Chris Hemsworth is a sexy beast and he's in there. So
yeah.
That's kind of what did it for me.
Was it the over-the-top thing, or was the whole trailer like, I want to see where this goes?
It was kind of it was a whole thing. I still say, people rag on that movie. I still enjoy the movie.
Mm-hmm.
For what it is.
I know you do. And then we're not talking about that. We're just talking about the trailer.
Yeah. But the trailer made me want to go see the movie.
Okay. Maleficent didn't do that. That's basic, and people say we didn't really explain why we didn't like it. We didn't like it. I don't know how you can explain why you don't like something. And I think we tried to cover that as much as we could. Bottom line, leave us alone about the damn Maleficent trailer thing. We don't care. You didn't like the movie. It didn't even do that well. And everybody who bitched about it didn't even go see the fucking movie anyway, so shut up about it already.
They didn't go, no one went and saw it?
Not the people who complained about it.
Well, that's just hard.
Like the one person, you know who you are. I ain't gonna mention your name.
I'll say it. Yeah, I'm not gonna say it. Don't get mad at me.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to be on camera.
He doesn't want to be on camera. He's mentioned in video. Whatever. You know who you are. We're not calling out names, but damn it, you didn't even go see it either. So, just leave us alone about it, please. And I know that's going to have rebuttal like, well, I didn't mean it like that. Ah! Let it go. The only thing even I said like that, I was like, if he wants to complain that much, why doesn't he just get a camera and start saying, do the reviews thing? Like a rebuttal review. You guys don't know what you're talking about. There's comment sections below for that, people. You can put all the hate you on there, and we will ignore it properly.
I might not ignore it.
Yeah, I know, it's hard to ignore sometimes.
Some are kind of funny.
Motherfucker. There was one We did a short film of Joker, based on Death in the Family, and there was a new one on there recently. And he just like 4 or 5 long rant about how something like this could have been better if it was done a little bit more to the comic books, and he was mad about the reveal of the face at the end. And I haven't commented back on that one yet, because it's like the same comment. Like, we're low budget. We're really low budget. I made that mask, okay? Yeah, you could see things. If you look for it, yeah, you could see little things in any movie if you're looking for them. Sure.
Yeah.
But it wasn't bad. I mean, people liked it. I mean, what do you expect? Like I said, that didn't cost anything, did it? Just time.
My beard.
Yeah.
It cost me a beard.
He had to shave his beard. I probably had to pay for the mask and the costume, but... Yeah. I mean, that was, we did that for our fans for a Halloween special treat, and, I plan on doing something like that every year for Halloween. Not Joker related, but just something short and sweet for fans and stuff like that, and I thought it was a good idea. And, like I said, we want to do stuff like that, we just need money, And we're getting there, Like I said, the vacuum former will make better costumes, and... Blah. So, what else? We went and saw Guardians of the Galaxies.
We did go see Guardians of the Galaxies.
No, we wouldn't do a review on it. We can do a kind of review on it now.
I liked it.
I liked it too.
It wasn't bad.
It wasn't bad.
It wasn't bad at all.
It wasn't the best Marvel movie.
No, but I don't think it was trying to be the best Marvel movie, though.
No.
Like, I understood, I'm not the Avengers.
Right.
I'm not going to try and be the Avengers. I'm going to be what I want to be. I'm going to be fun. I'm going to be uplifting or whatever.
There was some nitpicky parts.
My only big issue with it
what was your big issue?
There was, like, it would drop exposition on us every now and then. It was just like out of nowhere, and it just kind of felt very clunky, kind of thing. Like the backstories they all kind of gave, like with the exception of like Peter Quill, everything else was just like, this happened to me. Now I am invested in me and stuff, and it's just like I
can. Well, like where a lot of other movies take like 2-3 hours. This one was really short, and it kind of was like to the point.
Yeah, I was like, hey, like the Rocket Raccoon part where he just out of nowhere freaks out like, I was torn apart, put together, like experiment.
Yeah,
like oh,
in like a drunken stupor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, okay.
Which wasn't really a good drunken stupor.
It wasn't.
They could have made it a little bit more drunker.
And then like the Dave Bautista part with the Drax, or he's playing Drax. Yeah. It was like,
that you may bring that up. A lot of people said that he didn't do that bad as a wrestler in a movie.
Oh, I enjoyed him.
I didn't think he did that good.
There were a lot of parts that made me. He made me.
He did
because he felt so oblivious and out of place there.
Yeah, there was like, I guess it was just like some dialogue. I was like, oh, this guy's never acted before.
He had actually. He was in
that felt really forced.
He was in The Man with the Iron Fists. And
that's okay. That's not really a good example.
But he had acted. But
he has been in movies. Okay, yeah, I get what you're saying.
He hasn't done a lot of movies. He's still he's getting up there in age too. He's like 47 or something like that.
Good costume, good makeup work on him.
Yeah,
I'll give him that because that guy's like covered in tattoos.
Yeah, there were like some action scenes with him where it felt very WWE-ish.
Yeah.
It's just like,
that's why we got a wrestler.
Yeah.
Totally.
But it looked so fake in his delivery of the action scene for me. Like, I wanted him to like punch through somebody. That's what I was expecting him to do.
He got knocked back a lot.
He got beat up a lot.
Yeah, that's what I noticed. Like, you thought
for someone who's supposed to be like the destroyer, he was getting destroyed.
It was almost felt like Hulk was in the movie. If Hulk got beat the shit out of all the time, you're like, what?
Like, what's going on here?
What's going on?
He was supposed to be this big badass, and he just
got knocked down a lot.
And then it's like, nope.
I mean, my biggest nitpicky thing is like any movie that does that is where you just have a bad guy who I'm just the bad guy for. I'm the bad guy for because I'm the bad guy. And I didn't like that in that movie either.
Ronan?
Yeah, he like his.
They said you gotta be paying attention to the movie more or less.
Oh,
but
is that not what I was doing?
Well, it was a very quick part where it was like the Kree had signed the treaty with.
I remember that.
And that's what he was upset about. He felt like...
But that was the same... That would almost, like, fall into the same thing you had with the exposition thing.
Well, it's just like, here, this happened.
Yeah, this happened.
Well, they were setting up, like, for the big conflict, I guess. Like, with the Xandorians and the Kree have signed the treaty, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
Now peace across Sandoria or whatever. And that's what he was mad about, because I felt like they were taking, like, power and stuff from the Kree and making them a weaker species. It was kind of like a Third Reich kind of a thing.
Yeah, I got that, but it just, I don't know, it just didn't feel... Did he feel, like, threatening to you and bad?
He felt insane to me. Like,
I didn't even get that from him.
I got in the he's insane. Like he won't hesitate to kill me vibe.
Right.
But when you put him in the same room and you know he's Thanos' lackey, it takes a lot of air out of him.
It does.
Like, if
maybe that's what it was.
If they didn't have Thanos, like I'm okay with them having Thanos, but clearly he's not the bad guy. He's not the big. He's a fluky, and whatever that word is.
And even when he had the
Infinity Stone,
spoilers.
Like they were figuring it out, like
yeah, Infinity Stone. He didn't even really do anything with it.
No,
he killed one guy.
Yeah, well, he killed more than just one guy. Cause he
with the Infinity Stone.
Yeah, because he opened the door and then he blew up.
Oh, I guess there was a couple. Okay, he killed a few guys.
Yeah, he didn't really do much, and then the dance off.
Dance off.
Yeah, he was getting ready to kill Peter.
Oh,
he looked. I was
at the very end.
I was in the same mindset as Ronan. I was like, "What the is he doing right here?" He's like,
it was kind of weird.
It was completely out of nowhere. And
yeah.
I was like, I don't know if Peter Quill would actually do that.
Peter Quill kind of got knocked down a lot too.
Yeah.
I don't know. And that's where I was like, it's good.
But at the
it's
same
not,
time, it's like...
Yeah, it's like, Like, would I honestly suggest anybody to go see this in a theater in IMAX 3D? No.
I think it looked really good in the IMAX.
It did look good in the IMAX.
It looked really good. Visually, it was very pretty.
But like my famous thing I like to say, scenes don't make a movie. And that feels like that's what that was. Like, they're very pretty scenes. They really, really are. And they look great on IMAX. But does it make the whole movie work for you? I mean, I could say the same thing about John Carpenter of Mars.
Well, that movie sucked.
It had with the visuals.
Well, you were supposed the price of admission was supposed to be worth the gorilla.
Yeah, I know that's what they said, but
it
really wasn't. But at the same time, but I can't deny that it didn't have good CGI. I can't deny that it didn't have very good visuals. Was the story that well? Was it well acted? No.
No, not even.
Guardians of the Galaxy was a little bit more well acted. Yeah. The story was a little bit better.
The only acting wise, I think the only thing that really fell off was Dave Bautista, and that's because he lacks experience in it.
I agree.
And the dialogue was clunky.
It was a little clunky.
Parts. But
that, at the same time, after coming off of a tight acted, well scripted Captain America: The Winter Soldier, to have this be the next Marvel movie, it was kind of felt a little disappointing. And not that it was a bad movie because of it.
It's just they had a lot of high expectations.
Oh yeah,
for it.
Jesus. So, what would I say? If you're going to the movies and you need to pick a movie, do not see Ninja Turtles. Go see Guardians of the Galaxy. It's way better.
Nice plug there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that, or you can go see Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, which I have not gotten yet to see. But I want to. Yeah. It has a 91 on Rotten Tomatoes right now. So.
Is that good or bad? It's low.
91.
High. I'm gonna say low. High is good.
High is good. I'm assuming the higher you are, the better you are.
19's bad.
Otherwise, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is doing really well. I know everyone's getting squashed right now.
Well, yeah. When they bring that up too, because I saw the first one, I was like, wow, this was really good. And then I said the second one, I was like, yeah, I want to see that. And I didn't see it. I don't know if it was the trailer just like, all right. I'm sure it's great.
Dawn of the Planet of the Apes.
Yeah. I'm sure it's a great movie. It's just, it didn't really, the trailer didn't really, get me to go.
I was trying to figure out where James Franco went.
He died.
When?
He got the virus, I'm assuming.
Well, they never, I'm assuming they're going to explain it the way, in the beginning.
Yeah.
But they have some new guy going to meet Caesar, and...
Yeah.
I don't know. Like I wish.
Well, honestly, what happened was James Franco got completely high at the Oscars, and he just killed his career. Any chance of him being in like the sequel to Planet of the Apes
or the next Oz the Great?
Yeah, not happening. Well, not even that. Like the whole James Franco thing when he was texting that 17-year-old girl trying to get him to like come. You didn't hear about that?
I did not hear about that. What are you talking about?
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, apparently James Franco's coming out of a place like a restaurant. He's got all like gated off fans and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And they're like, woo, like they always do, and they got their hands out and stuff like that. And being a big Hollywood star, he spots a girl, and he's like, "Hey, what's your number? Let me text you." And she goes, "Hee, okay," and she gives it to him. Shh, and this girl mindset is like, yeah, right. Like he's ever going to like text me. Sure enough, half hour later, text her. Hey, what's going on? Hey, James Franco. Wow. He's like, yeah. So, you want to get together tonight? And she's like, what? You serious? And he's like, yeah, let's get together. Back my hotel room. Obviously, booty call.
Yeah.
And she's like, I'm 17. I'm here with my mom on vacation. And he's like, oh, that's okay. As long as you don't tell anybody. And she's like, seriously? And he's like, yeah. She's like, send me a pic. So he sends her a pic. And he's just like, at this point now she's like, oh, I'm going to make money off of this. So she's like, send me a pic with you holding today's newspaper so my friends don't think that I just have a pic of James Franco. Sends her a pic. Now he's not wearing a shirt with his, with holding today's newspaper. When we meeting up? Come to my hotel room. I'll be back next morning.
Dude, no.
You can look it up.
My God.
What she did after that, she sent it out into public domain.
Oh my God.
You didn't hear about that?
I did not hear about that.
And then, like James Franco, that if your career wasn't already dead, it's dead.
James Franco. The third thing searched
popped up on Google.
Oh my God. Let me see this.
Does that have the pic?
James Franco. Where's 17-year-old? Where's right here? 17-year-old.
Yeah, so that happened.
That is... Wow.
James Franco, I will say this. If you're even listening to this, I don't know if you are or not. I did think you were a bad actor. You were good at some stuff. 128 Hours. I loved that movie.
That was actually really good, especially for it's just him for like 90%.
But I mean, if you were gonna, seriously, man, if you had these kinds of intentions, you should have just hired a publicist and stayed out of the limelight. Like you were really good at doing that. Like the moment you started poking your head out of the limelight, people just think you're weird and crazy. And I'm sure you're a nice guy, but. And I know all you were looking for was just a piece of ass that night. But 17, man, come on. You're too famous to get away with stuff like that.
So, like, did you send the texts out and stuff for
Yeah. Well, I don't... It wasn't like normal text messaging. Like, it was like some kind of like Instagram crap.
Instagram and tweets and whatever?
Something like that. And she just made it public. Where it wasn't private between them two.
Wow.
So she really fucked him.
And not in the way he wanted it.
No, not what he was looking for at all. And I think he tried to backpedal like I wasn't trying to do that. And it was like, oh god, dude, you're making it worse.
Like, at least like when Akon, like you remember like when Akon had like it was like a 15 or 16-year-old girl. She was like in a club, like in a 21-year-old club at like 1 in the morning, and he brings her on stage with her.
Was some like R. Kelly when he was pissing on people and he denied it?
Yeah.
Like he made a song about bitches and stuff like that.
Well, like at least like with him, he knows she's 17, and like the fact that I haven't heard about that kind of bugs me a little bit because you figure like something like that would have been like really big.
Yeah.
Whereas like something like Akon when he was like doing his stuff.
See, like for me that's creepy and weird, and I'm not gonna bring your total or personal life in it, but I know you have a daughter. how is that as a father, knowing that you're gonna have a daughter someday that's gonna be old enough to meet like that?
Well,
personally for you, like that, is that worse?
I'm not actually worried about it because I have confidence in my ability as a parent.
Right.
That I'll raise her enough.
Well, that wasn't. She didn't either, though. I mean,
yeah.
Like, yeah.
If that happens, like, it's gonna happen.
Yeah, it's gonna happen.
I'm hoping she uses her proper judgment and does it. If she needs help, she'll come and talk to me about it. But if she can handle it without having, like, she knows I can't do this.
So I don't know, man. Like, if I had a daughter, I think it'd make me a little bit more upset. You know, like, fucking guys.
I understand. Guys are gonna be guys, and that's not. That's not like a defense. Like, oh, they're just being guys. I'm like, guys do stupid shit.
Yeah,
we do that.
I know that. I know that personally as a guy. I know that shit happens.
Yeah.
But I mean, as a father, I think I'd be a little bit. I don't have kids, and I think if I did, I'd probably be like way overprotective and be like, hey, don't go outside. Like that.
I'm not like that at all, man. Like, she's good.
Hey, that guy over there's handing out.
To be so independent, like, do her own stuff. But I'll always be there. If she
I think I'd like break my fist and have him like completely bloody, beating a guy up, just because my child told me that this guy at this band was giving her ice cream. And it would probably take a couple minutes before I realized, oh, this is actually an ice cream truck.
See, now that'd be different, because you just assaulted an ice cream man.
I did.
Where if it was just like a big, like, white windowless van and someone's trying to give her candy, then that's abduction at that point. It was like someone just like...
But yeah, that's what I say.
Like,
that's
like a James Franco thing, where he's just texting her. Like, she has every...
But he was trying to lower.
Yeah, but she has every option to be like,
it's
no, I'm not going in there.
Yeah.
Like, she's at the... It's not like he's going after, like, a 5-year-old here.
Right.
Like, she's just under 18, just under... Like, it's still not legal. But it's not like he, like, ran up, grabbed her, like, they're coming to my room with me for at least an hour. Like, that's not what happened.
A pat on the butt when you did it?
Yeah.
Because why not?
What?
I'm just saying, if you're going to grab somebody up and you're like... If you were that kind of person, just like...
Not as well as cop a feel.
Yeah. Might as well.
We do not condone kidnapping.
Our child abduction.
No.
Unless you're in Japan where that shit's like, what, 14 is consenting age? Which is actually really weird.
They just recently, like...
Changed that?
Made child pornography illegal in Japan.
What age, though? I mean, because like I said, 14 is like consenting age.
I think it's under 16 now.
That's good.
But it's like they used to like sell that stuff in vending machines on the
street. Japan. Why?
They're just now catching up with the time.
Why Japan? Why?
I don't know.
Why you gotta be so weird?
They're like the cousin no one wants to talk about. Like, oh, he does all this cool stuff. Oh, what else does he do? Let's not talk about what else he does. It's just
talk about the cool stuff he does. Anime, hey.
Remember that Godzilla thing that happened?
Oh, yeah.
That was pretty sweet. Oh,
what's hentai?
No. You almost got me.
Nope.
Now get me with that one.
They got really weird laws over there. Like, they're... I don't even get into that. They just do. Look it up if you want to, if you're curious. Yeah. But be warned. It gets weird really quick. What else do you want to talk about? Anything?
What else is going on nowadays? I don't really want to talk about politics.
Oh, no. Or religion. I don't want to talk about that either.
No. No, we got the... I don't
really want to talk about my personal life too much.
No.
Did
you hear they might be making a Star Trek, The Adventures of Captain Worf?
Oh...
Is that fake? 'Cause I saw something like that today, and I was like,
that sounds fake.
Well,
and I wish it was, but it like in today's society, like if you would have like a year ago, like Michael Bay's gonna produce an Ninja Turtles movie, like no, it turned out to be real, and I was like oh.
Apparently, from like what I read on this one earlier today was some like Michael Dorn had come out with a statement saying like there might be starting production on Star Trek Captain Worf, where it's like,
can Worf carry a Star Trek?
I don't.
Is it a show or a movie?
It's a show. It's going to be on the small screen, on like TV.
If it's next gen, you know what I would have watched? Honestly, I would have watched Riker on the Titan.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Riker.
I know who Riker is.
He got captain of the... Was it the Titan?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I only know
and that's where, like, it was a
2.
Nemesis where they were going on, like, him and Diana were going to go on their own ship, and he got to be captain of the Titan. And he said in an interview, he's like, we should make a show of that. And she was, like, with him. She's like, yeah, we can, like, marry couple, and we go around space. And I was like, yeah.
I'd watch Riker. I don't really care for Diane.
I'd fucking watch
though.
that.
I don't really care for Diane, though.
Yeah.
I never liked the Betazoid.
But on her own, no, I didn't care about her. But when she, like, stuff with Riker and her wasn't too bad.
It's because Riker's a badass.
I know.
I loved Riker.
I would watch a show with that. Like you say Captain Worf, and I'm like, Captain Worf.
Or like when they were talking about doing the Captain Sulu adventures instead of...
They were going to do that, yeah. And
I would have watched that.
It would ended up coming Voyager instead.
Yeah,
that's what happened to it.
I thought it became the Enterprise instead of...
No, I think it became Voyager. Because they had, like... It was, like, right after the second movie, and that's about when Voyager was out and stuff. I think that was... Voyager ended up becoming...
Enterprise...
Excelsior. Yeah, that's what it...
Enterprise came out in...
And the reason I heard they didn't go forth with it was because Generation was like that Next Generation universe is already so well adjusted, and it would have something to go backwards. Would have been kind of jarring, and then then they made Enterprise.
Well, they had 3 shows going at the same time in the same time period.
But yeah, I think that's what
2 of them were pretty good.
Yeah,
and the other one, I don't think Voyager was like horrible. I think just in comparison to like
Deep
Space Nine.
You know what Voyager was actually? I ended up finding that out. SS Degrees. If you ever watch any reviews, he does a really good one too.
Really good.
He said, and I believe him. Voyager was actually Star Trek: The Next Generation wasn't supposed to have just 7 seasons. They wrote more seasons. They had scripts, but they ended up ending it on 7. They had all these extra scripts, and they're like, So they reworded the scripts, and that's what Voyager became.
So eventually, at some point, the crew of the Enterprise...
No, the scenarios weren't... Not so much the scenario... Like, the scenario about them getting ditched was not in Generations. That was original. But they just... That's what I'm saying, like, word scripts. Like, anything like Alien coming on the ships, and... It wouldn't be that hard to, like, get the concept. Like, you make a new alien species, like, oh, it's Romulans. Well, now it's just these guys. And they're in a different quadrant. Yeah.
Actually, I would have watched the crew of the Enterprise go out into the unknown.
I think it got to, like, about the 3rd season, they kind of ran out of scripts. So anything after that is kind of original Voyager. Yeah. But, yeah.
I still would have preferred watching, like, the crew of the Enterprise to Voyager. Like, don't get me wrong, 7 of 9, I'd tap that board.
You know what? Honestly, they wouldn't have gotten that situation to begin with.
They would have blown up the board.
No, I'm saying Picard would never got his crew stranded halfway across the galaxy. Like, that would not have happened. Like,
Janeway's kind of an idiot.
With Data on board, and they would have hacked that alien ship, and they're like, now we can just go anywhere in the galaxy we want. We have new alien technologies. This is awesome. It wouldn't have happened that way. No, I'm not. That doesn't. Worf is a captain. I don't. It's interesting. I have to see something before I give it any kind of. Off the bat, it doesn't sound that good. But
I saw it pop up among my things, but I was confused because at the end of Deep Space Nine or whatever, wasn't he like an ambassador for the?
Yeah, he was. I think he was.
Like, he just stopped being an ambassador now and comes back to being a captain. It doesn't make a lot of sense to me.
Well, he was still in the Federation. Yeah, he was just an ambassador for the Federation. It wouldn't be too much of a career change, I don't think. I don't think he would do it, though, honestly. Yeah, I think he would just... Because he's like... he's kind of linked keeping the warrior race of the Klingon from conquering the galaxy and keeping good ties with the Federation, which is something they do not socially agree with.
Yeah.
But you mentioned Star Trek. I found online that I would like to give a shout out to the Star Trek Legacy.
The things you keep trying to get me to watch?
Yeah. There's lots of Star Trek fan parody shows with the first crew. Some are hit and miss. you know, you got to give the effort. You know, you give them the credit for the effort of trying and recreating those sets and stuff like that. The legacy continues. Actually, pretty good. And they got, you know, if anybody's like famous on that show, it's Grant Himenara from MythBusters is on it. He plays Sulu. And the guy plays who's producing and directing and also playing Captain Kirk. Why not? Because he's the man. He does a lot of voice acting work. He's a famous voice actor. So you might have heard him in some of your favorite cartoons. But he's non-profit. They can't make any money off of it because Star Trek is a licensed property. You can watch it on YouTube. They got like 4 episodes up.
Well, I know.
Really good.
The guy who played Chekhov, and the guy who played.
Okay.
What is his name? The guy who was the security officer on Voyager.
Okay.
Well, I know, like they had
Tuvok.
Yeah. There was something that popped up like I want to.
Yeah, they're making a movie.
Ago.
They're making a movie.
Yeah,
together.
Yeah.
That's really cool too. That looks interesting. I haven't seen anything from that yet because I'm still working on it. But
well, Chekhov had
Renegades. I think.
Yeah,
Star Trek Renegades.
He had a movie done before that one too.
I watched that one.
I think
not that great.
Part of it.
Yeah, it's not that great, but
it's still the fact they're still able to do.
They're still doing stuff like that, and they're even involved in it. That's kind of cool too. And the one I'm talking about, they actually got the guy who played in one of the episodes of Star Trek in the first episode to play the same character, and they even gave the excuse that he aged in it. Really good episode. They had Lou Ferrigno in the episode too.
Doing what?
You remember those that green chick and Star Trek? He played one of those species.
Oh, that's too funny.
Yeah, you can look it up on Google. Yeah. Just hook up Lou Ferrigno in Star Trek. Yeah. And he played a slave trader.
Lou. How do I spell Lou?
Lou?
Lou.
Oh, God.
Lou.
This part will be edited because of bad spelling.
That'll be alright. I got it. Google likes to help things. Lou Ferrigno and Star, not steroids. Star.
Trek.
There. Okay. What we got here? Lou Ferrigno?
Yeah, I never see him.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That is eerie.
When it was funny too because I didn't know Lou Ferrigno was going to be in that episode, and how they introduced him, he beamed in a silhouette, and I was like, "Oh, this guy's," because they were talking him up as like this feared slave trader, and he beats his women because he's selling women for sex objects, and they beams in. And just all muscles and stuff, and he comes into light, and he's all green, and I'm like, oh, I had to like pause it, and I'm like, oh.
He's like a Hulk. He's
Yeah.
Like a alien Hulk. I wonder if they did that on purpose.
Oh, it was totally on purpose. That's not an accident. Like Lou Ferrigno, you want to be in our Star Trek show? And he's like, yeah, what would I be playing?
Kind of like
Purple
an
guy.
alien Hulk.
Purple guy. Why don't I just play Green Hulk?
Well, we don't want to like make it too obvious. Too bad. I'm gonna be green. Well, okay.
Really good show. Check it out.
I might actually watch it. I might.
They did a Mirror Mirror episode where, like the end of the episode of Mirror Mirror. I don't know. This is getting old school on you guys. Episode of Mirror Mirror where Kirk and McCoy and
Scotty
and
Uhura
beam out, and the bad people beam back. The episode focuses on the bad people beaming back and the damage that Kirk did to that universe. Wow. Genius episode. And I forgot about this. The guy that got to play Scotty is actually Scotty's son in real life.
That's kind of cool, actually.
And he was actually in the new Star Trek movie too, in the background.
This is an extra, like somebody.
Yeah, as an extra, you'd have to be a complete Star Trek geek to know that, but I didn't know that was Scotty's son until he said something. And I'm like, oh my God, that's Scotty's son now. And I'm like, yeah, I know who Scotty's son is.
Was he an engineer? That'd be fine.
He's playing Scotty.
No, in like the Star Trek.
Yeah, he played right behind the new Scotty. Yeah,
that's kind of cool.
Yeah,
it's a nice little homage.
It is.
I appreciate it when they do that.
Mm-hmm.
At least they acknowledge.
So I guess we could wrap this episode up of the podcast. Is there any final thoughts?
If you liked it, go ahead and
yeah, maybe we'll do more of
let
these.
us know. We might make this a regular thing. I don't know if we do it.
Yeah, well, how turns the feedback and how well this turns out.
Yeah.
All the pictures. I'm sure Tad's run out of pictures and might have seen duplicates of pictures.
Or I might just had like one giant logo the entire time.
The whole time.
It's just the Warburg logo.
And what you're supposed to do there is go explore other things
while
and
you
just
listen to us talk.
Yeah. And either agree or disagree with us.
Because that's the point of a podcast. It's kind of like a radio show.
So,
you can put in the background noise.
So like, comment, subscribe.
Let us know
And
what you think and stuff.
We know this is YouTube and it's a visual medium on YouTube, and I know there's other websites where their podcasts are more popular, but
we're not quite there yet.
Yeah.
So
this is our podcast for here. So, and we didn't film this, so don't look forward to a filmed episode of the podcast.
Yeah.
Good night. Salutations and
engage.
Whatever. Yeah. Sure, engage.
Hey, quick question. Do you think when Picard proposed to his wife, he was like, "Let's engage"?
No. I don't.
I totally would have done that.
Because he didn't. They were already married by that time.
Well, I was just saying, like.
I think they were married like 20 years by that point. He's an old guy.
I know that, but like, I still would have done it.
Wait, the only way that would have came up was like, someone was like, "Hey, you and I don't know Patrick Stewart's wife's real life name," but he's like, "Hey, you and her, are you guys still dating?" He's like, "No, we're engaged."
It's like, oh,
that's gonna make so much more sense in like 10 more years.